Greetings, this is Jesse from Nintendo Dad, starting this month's Hangout. So far, there aren't any viewers yet, or anyone else to join. I just sent the link out to everyone, so hopefully we'll get some people joining in soon. And I just realized I don't have my lights on, so I'm all shady and dark, so give me a minute on that. And greetings, we got someone to join. And Richard just muted.
Oh, there we go.
There you are.
I was clicking on too many things at once, and I.
You can hear me all right?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna. While we're waiting for other people to show up, I'm gonna turn on my light, so hopefully you see me better.
Sounds good.
Oh, there's a cat down here. All right, that's a little brighter. Messy hair. I need a haircut. So we know that.
All right. I was playing around with some settings here.
All right. We know Marty won't be here. He normally does. He has better internet from his office than he does from his home, so he goes into the office to do the show. Apparently, the office has no internet today.
Oh, that's too bad.
So we are Marty-less today. So we're expecting Zach to show up. So I think that when we get to the actual show, it'll just be Zach and me, unless we pull a guest out of our butts, which wouldn't be the first time.
Right.
I think, David last week was literally, hey, 5 minutes. We're starting in 5 minutes. You want to join? And I didn't even know he was coming until I got on the call.
Oh wow.
They just invited him in. So I haven't heard from Zach, so I don't even know if he's paying attention to the line chat. So at least you're here, so at least the link that I sent out on the Patreon site works.
Yeah, that's the way I prefer it rather than in the line chat, because it's too hard to.
Because since I do everything on my PC, if I put the link in the line chat, I've got to manually enter the URL.
Yep, that's here.
A 32-byte random numbered hexadecimal, not hexadecimal, but just alphanumeric string.
Yep.
It's a crapshoot whether you even push it in right.
Yeah, it's a pain.
And then you guys probably have to reverse the process to get it back into your browser.
Yep.
Unless you happen to use your mobile device for that, which I don't know if many people do.
Yeah, I haven't tried it, but I prefer it on my computer anyways. So.
Yeah. So anyway, I think we have more viewers than we have people in the chat. You and me.
Oh, wow.
Or we have 2 viewers and 2 people talking. So hopefully other people saw it. So what have you been playing? Or do you have any questions for me? Whatever.
Well, what have I've mainly been playing Breath of the Wild, but I've pretty much done everything in that game you could possibly do. I got 100%, and I got.
Are you the 900 Korok seeds?
Yep.
Damn it! I saw that image and went, "Oh my god, really?"
That wasn't easy. That took a while.
Not bad. I think I might have 100.
Yeah, once I got to like 500-600 or so, they became really tough to find.
How much of that is walkthrough assisted?
Probably. I'd say maybe 200 of them.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah, well, what I did for a lot of them was whenever I'd come across one of those tree stumps with the leaf symbol on it, if I couldn't do it, if I didn't have enough stamina at the time, I would just put a stamp there to know to go back.
Yep.
And if you zoom in on the map, you can look to where those rock patterns are. And so I would just go to those spots and do those ones. And
yeah, I did find a few of them just by looking at the rock patterns. I remember one playthrough. I think it was the eastern area, the western area, the other east. This was my joke from last week.
right.
And I put a pin at every time I saw a peak of a hill.
Yeah.
And probably 75% of them had a Korok seed on it.
Yeah,
I think I got 25 Korok seeds that night.
Yeah, there was one day where I got like 101 day, but I played for hours though.
Yeah, I don't even know how much time I put in. Let me see what it says. Ow. I ran out of slack and pinched myself.
I gotta check mine quick too now.
So I finally did get a chance to start playing Blaster Master Zero. I didn't get very far into that yet.
Yeah, neither have I.
Or maybe I have. I don't know how long the game is. I think I'm in the third area.
Mine says 320 hours or more.
Wow. 115 hours or more is what I have.
Yeah, I can't believe I put that much time into it.
Yeah, that's pretty damn impressive.
But I played it every single day since it came out for at least a couple hours a day.
I believe it. Yeah, there was more than one night I wanted to keep playing, but I just ran out of battery because I played it handheld. Probably out of the 115 hours, I'd say I might have been docked no more than 20.
Oh, wow. See, mine out of my 320, I'd say 300 of it's been on the TV.
Yeah.
I prefer it that way with the Pro Controller, though. So
that's how I started playing, but then I just got used to playing it in handheld. And that I can play it while my son's got the TV. Right. And he can play whatever he wants to play.
But yeah, I just did the 3 medals 2 days ago. So that was, but I had a lot of that done already. Like, I think I had to do
3 medals. What's that?
You know, when you talk to that guy at night, he's in the towns in a random spot, and you can buy the you can exchange your stuff for the
monster gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the dark link suit.
Yeah, when you talk to that guy, you ask him about the monsters, and he says, I want you to do all 40 of the like the Hinox and the 4 of the Moldugas and stuff. And
oh wow!
So you got to kill every one of them.
I guess I never talked to him that much to get that quest from him.
So when I got him, I only had like 8 left to do. So I was like, oh, I may as well do it.
Does it at least point you in the direction of which ones you haven't killed yet?
Yeah, when you face them, it'll tell you if you defeated them. It'll say defeated with the star by it.
I think I've gotten 3 of the Moldugas when I was running around in the desert. I don't. If there's a 4th one, I don't think I got it.
Yeah, there's a 4th one, so you'll know which one. And if I saw I defeated already, I would just warp out of there.
Yeah, I did try to go on a what are they called? The Minotaur things. Starts with an L.
The Lino things?
Linos. Yeah. I did go on a Lino killing spree one night. I think I killed like 4 or 5 of them.
When I did those, I never did them when the blue ones were around. And so when I went to go get those so I could upgrade my armor, I had to face all white ones.
Yeah, I think it was a white one that was my first one that I managed to kill, and then I went back to the one on the top of the waterfalls by the Zora area where I originally had to hunt the lightning arrows.
Oh right, yeah.
And that was like the lowest level one, so he was a pretty easy kill at that point. Still not trivial, but definitely easier than the white one.
Right.
Got about a 4th of the hit points. The biggest issue with the white ones, so well, if you're armored up, even their attacks won't do much damage. It's just bullet sponges at that point. They just or take. It's a stamina fight. Are you going to have enough swords to do the damage?
Right.
Like that's the problem I had initially when I with my first major tests of strength. Is I simply ran out of swords.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I pretty much had to come back later when I had about 5 to 10 more hearts and then stronger weapons. Like when I started getting 30s and 40s strength weapons, then those were easier to take out.
Yeah, I ended up by the time I faced my I think I had all my weapon slots filled. So
yeah, I forget the name of the guy, the giant Korok with the maracas. I didn't even find him until after I beat the 4 beasts.
Oh, wow.
Because early on in the game, I didn't travel on the paths. I just went off path and just explored right away. So I missed him. So, and someone on Twitter said, I can't believe you got that far in the game with no upgrades. And my son, I think he told me he's only ever found 19 seeds. So even if he did find the guy, he didn't turn in enough to matter. And
Right.
he's beaten the game without any upgrades. Or at least I did get upgrades, inventory slot upgrades before I fought Ganon. And this weekend I did go back and kill him a second time to finally see the best ending.
What did you think of that extra ending, anyways?
It put me a bit. It's because since it was post credit, I thought, did I do something wrong? I was expecting something more before the credits.
Right.
But then, I see what they did. They did it after the credits. And I was still expecting more. It just seemed like, okay, let's go home. Okay, thanks. Where's home?
Yeah.
I bought a house. I didn't buy the house before I beat it the first time, but I bought a house now. And I started the Terrytown arc, but didn't get far into that. I want to go back and go through that. I heard it was pretty satisfying.
Yeah, I really like that side quest a lot, and the outcome of it. That's one of the cooler ones in the game. Probably the best one in the game.
So I'm really early on trying to find the Goron, and so I went to Goron City looking around. Didn't find one named ending in Sun, so I'm guessing that it's probably one of the wandering Gorons you see floating around the rest of the world. I'm like, how am I going to find him? And unless I use a walkthrough.
I could tell you where he is if you want to know.
Sure, why not?
He's in that mining area before the town.
Oh, I didn't check the mine. Oh, I feel dumb.
I just stumbled across him. Like he's got to be here because I checked the town first too, and he wasn't there. And I'm like, I know where he's got to be.
Completely forgot about the mining area. And I was my daughter, who she played the hell out of the game when she first got it, but got to the point where she needed to go to get to Goron City next, and I told her, you can't get there until you find fireproof elixirs. Once you find some, you have the choice of going into the mining area, doing a quest to get armor, or just booking the hell as fast as you can up to the city to buy it. And so at that time, I remembered the mining colony existed, right. But when it was my turn to need it, I forgot about it.
But yeah, the only things I have left to do in the game is to upgrade a few things of armor, and that's about it. And most of that's because you need those star fragments, and those are kind of a pain to get.
I think I've seen them in the background, but I've never actually got there in time to actually loot it.
Yeah, I've only picked up like maybe, I don't know, 7 or 8 of them maybe. But
so I got a few dragon scales, but I never got their horns, so I'm not sure how I'm supposed to make those fall off.
The one behind the Goron Mountain is the easiest one to do.
Yeah, I think that's the one I need to upgrade the gear. One of my gears. I think The Hylian tunic, I think, is what I need that for.
Yeah, I need mine for the Sheik mask, and what else I gotta see here. I can't remember which other ones, but I know that Sheik mask I need to do. And that I didn't even know was in the game until I got it.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
I think I scanned in, I don't remember which amiibo it was, but I scanned one in and it gave me a Sheik mask. I'm like, oh, cool.
Oh, that might be the only way to get it.
Probably.
Because I know with the next round of amiibo coming out, they're going to have the Fierce Deity outfit. I might go for that because that looks kind of badass.
And the pre-order on that thing went out right away because I went up to GameStop the next day and he said, "Oh, they're all gone already." I'm like, "Oh man."
I haven't even checked Amazon. I normally get them from Amazon.
I think that one might be a GameStop exclusive, maybe.
I hate exclusives.
So do I. But I've got every one of them so far, so hopefully I'll be able to get that one as well.
All right, so here I did go through and clear out like all of my shrine quests. You know, the ones that I had unlocked. I ended up walkthroughing the ones I couldn't figure out on my own, which I think I'm still missing 9 shrine quests. But the one that's bothering me the most right now is, I know in Kakariko Village, north or just past the path beyond the Great Ferry, there's one of those platforms with the hole in it for the ball.
Oh, right.
And I know the ball is with Impa, but she won't let me take it. What's the trick? Or do I have to do something else first?
Yeah, you got to do all the side quests in that town first.
Okay, so I have to figure out what I'm missing. Same with the desert, Gerudo Village.
Yeah, it's just like that to get that
to get the helmet.
Thunder helm.
I don't know how many I'm missing. I did find the Zora helm. I went to I figured out that it was in that lake just by counting reading the tablet that was worn out and counting the missing characters. I'm like, oh, okay, a lake that's 4 bytes long. So I figured it must be here because it's ruins. And I was at the wrong angle. When I actually did check see if there's any chests in the water, but I think I was standing on. It was like right below my feet, so I didn't look down far enough to notice it. So I just looked. Nope, I don't see it. But I eventually went back and found it.
Yeah, that one was the one in the water, right?
Yeah,
you got to pull the chest out of there.
Yeah, that was in the water. But I have a lot of games. People say people never look up. I have a hard time looking down, even though I know it should more often to find some things. I just don't look down enough. Looking up is usually the first thing that I do to look around.
Well, yeah, and in this game you got to look all around, you know.
So, have you been playing anything else?
I trying to think. I tried a little bit of Blaster Master Zero, but I haven't played too much of it. Maybe just a half an hour. I just tried it out quick, and then a little bit of Bomberman R.
I've never played a Bomberman game, so
I hadn't since the 64. It's not bad, but I haven't played online or anything yet. I haven't done any. I just tried out the single player a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, I just normally not a fan of online. I just don't. I get too competitive, and when I lose, I get ticked off.
Oh, right.
That's what happened to me with Splatoon. At least with Splatoon, everyone started on a level ground of everyone was learning the game at once at the same time. But just because I didn't get a chance to play it as often as everyone else, the learning curve, people picked it up faster than I did, and I just started getting creamed. So I'm like, okay, this is when it stops getting fun.
Yeah, I've never been into online gaming too much. Probably until the Wii U, actually, because of Splatoon and a couple of Mario Kart and stuff. I
Yes,
wouldn't
same
even,
thing with Mario Kart. I played Mario Kart Wii a lot,
right,
but I think my kids got 7 on the DS, on the 3DS, and I'm like, yeah, this isn't as good, really good. I didn't think it was as good. I didn't like the Mario Kart on the DS, and then we got 8 in the Wii U, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not digging this either.
oh really, you didn't like 8?
Not really. I played it enough to unlock the courses, but see, I'm lousy at that game too. I I I can't play at 150. I can barely play at 100.
Right,
So to play good enough to even unlock 200, much less play 200, it's way beyond me.
right.
So unlocking Gold Mario in Deluxe, good luck with that. Have you heard about that?
I heard he's in there, but I don't know how to get him though.
First place, all 200cc courses.
Oh wow, yeah. I don't know about that either. I wouldn't even be getting deluxe if it wasn't for everybody in the line chat getting it.
Yeah, I'm not getting it, but 2 of my kids are.
Yeah, because without any new courses, I'm just not really. I played those ones so much that in the battle mode, I'm not. I don't know. I like the battle mode, but I'm not. I wouldn't buy the game just for it. You know.
Everyone else that I've heard talking about it, I think, is liking the battle mode better than the regular game.
Oh really? Well, that'll be good then. A
So
battle mode that should have been in there to begin with.
right.
But
So I did buy Puyo Puyo Tetris, but haven't put any time into that yet.
yeah, I got it too. I ended up getting the physical one just to get the chains that come with it, but I haven't even opened it yet. So
yeah. My son and I each got the digital copy.
yeah, either way, it can't really go wrong, I guess. But a game like that, I guess I was really debating it because that's kind of game you'd want to have on the machine just to play it real quick. And then,
Yeah, I think I'm still going to go probably digital most of the time.
oh, do you?
Yeah, the 3DS. As soon as they started going retail games on the eShop, because they didn't initially, I pretty much went 100% digital. And some of the games that weren't digital initially, and then but became digital later on, I like Ocarina of Time 3D. I ended up picking that up, and I think I said it before in the show, but I bought that like a week before it turned into a classic for $20. So I paid full price for it again because we lost the cart. I don't know where the cart ended up, and I wanted to play it again.
Yeah, I think I got Animal Crossing digitally on the 3DS. Maybe a couple others, but mostly I still go physical for most stuff.
Yeah, actually, I let my Vita to a friend, and initially he was looking to buy a Vita, but the person on Craigslist that was offering to sell ended up bottoming out. But so he asked if I had any physical Vita games he can borrow, and I said nope. That system was 100% digital to me. So because that sale went through, I let him borrow my unit, so he has access to all the games that I've bought because it's. I don't even know if you can log out and log in on a new account. Once you're logged in, I think it's just you're just stuck there, similar to the 3DS. Right. I probably have like 60 games installed on it, plus there's probably another 60 games that you can download off of my library if you wanted. Like every Final Fantasy from 1 to 10's on it.
Oh wow!
And the first half hour you played with it, he ended up with played a game for 5 minutes, go to the next one, played for 5 minutes just to see what's on it and what he'd like. He ended up having a run of like visual novels, like 5 in a row, and he was getting ticked.
Oh wow!
I'm like, how about a game I can play, not just read? So I warned him about Persona 4 Golden. Told him that it's a really slow game to start. It's very text heavy up front. You probably won't even get your first fight until you've been reading for almost 2 hours. But once it does open up, it's fun.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What's your favorite Final Fantasy out of all of them?
6.
Yeah, that's the same for me too.
Yeah, that opera house scene, I think, is one of the big reasons why that game stuck with me for all these years.
Yeah, and I like everything about it. I like the characters and I like the music. Everything is just so good about it.
Yeah, that was about maybe 7, 8 years ago. Whenever shortly after the Wii Music launched, one of the podcasts that I used to listen to, Infendo Radio, which where that's where I met Zach initially when he used to be a host for that. We did they did a contest asking us send us your favorite video game music and why, and the winner will receive their review copy of Wii Music. And I ended up winning that contest with my submission of how much I enjoyed the Opera House scene from Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I still have that audio clip saved somewhere in my audio library. So if I want to show it off to friends, I'm like, hey, I won a stupid game. Here's how.
Right.
And I ended up giving that game to my kids for Christmas that year, and they hated it.
Yeah, that's one I never even bothered with that one.
Yeah, you're not worth bothering with it. The biggest problem with that game, besides the horrible controls, was the music selection was just pulled out of open source libraries. They didn't pay for any licensing for any of the music. So you had Mary Had a Little Lamb.
I remember that. I remember watching that E3 and thinking, this can't be it. And then when it was, oh my gosh.
Hey, Adam joined us. I don't hear him yet, but I see him. Or,
you hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay, cool.
I see your avatar.
Try that. There we go.
There we go. So yeah, it was just three of us right now. We've had people coming in and out of just viewing it on YouTube. So
cool.
And I'm not sure where Zach ended up. Zach fell off the face of the earth apparently, but we knew Marty wasn't available because his office didn't have internet today.
Okay.
So he won't be on the show tonight either. So what have you been up to?
Oh, not a whole lot really. 100% of Breath of the Wild last week, and waiting for Mario Kart now.
Did you go all 900 Korok seeds yet?
Yes.
All right, so two out of the three of us have 900 Korok seeds, and I'm not one of them.
I'll come clean. I used a guide for it. I couldn't find those on my own. There's no possible way.
I still say that's really impressive that people have done that. So what do you think of the reward?
I knew it going into. I knew that's what I was getting, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, I think I might have had 100 seeds, and I still want to go back and finish all the shrines. I think I'm missing 19 or 20.
Okay,
but I am on the tail end. I watched my son play, and he probably only got like 50, 60 shrines in, so he's still, I don't even think he finished I think he barely has 15 hearts, that first row of hearts on top.
Okay.
I'm like, I looked at him, because I've been playing with 20, 21 hearts for a while, and I look at his, I'm like, that's so short.
I would have easily accepted a trade of 200 less seeds to find and maybe like 10 more shrines or something. That would have been way better, because those were a lot more. I mean, it was fun collecting the seeds for a while, but once you get to like 500-600, it's just kind of.
Actually, you at least have enough shrines to fill in your 30 hearts and the complete third ring of the stamina.
Right.
What are you like 2/5 short if you max out your hearts?
I don't remember.
Or 2 hearts short if you max out your stamina. It's something I think it's.
I always kept my stamina maxed out, so I never.
Yeah,
I was 3 hearts short. Yeah, it was 3. I was down.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I ended up with 2 full rings and then 2/5 of another or something like that, and then I had full hearts.
I think I stopped at 2 3/5,
Okay, yeah, something. Yeah,
and then again I only have like I think 21 hearts, maybe 22.
Once you get that climbing gear totally upgraded, though, you can climb quite a ways.
What I was hoping for with that climbing gear is it you climb faster, but your stamina still goes down at the same pace. But that's not the case. The stamina still goes down at an increased rate as you're climbing, so you still can't get any higher. You just get up there faster.
Right. And you can jump a little more, but it don't drain it as quick, but not as bad as your regular gear anyway.
I got to a point where I was only making hardy and endurance meals because you carry a couple dozen of those and you can climb pretty much anything.
Right.
Take a snack halfway up and then you're good for the rest of the way.
Yeah, once you get that the rubber armor and the cold weather stuff, you don't even need to make anything for those anymore either.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I thought it was funny with the shrine quest where in order to open the shrine, I pretty much had to let lightning strike me. And then the reward inside was rubber armor. I'm like, why couldn't have I had that first?
Right.
So I ended up using the Goron power to protect myself from the strike. It still threw me off, from the shock, but I didn't take any damage from it.
Yeah, that's nice. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
So I think I have 2 out of the 3 pieces of the rubber armor, so I'm still missing. I think I'm still missing 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Zach got us a guest host substitute for Marty.
Cool.
Zach says, "Crap, was Patreon shindig tonight?"
So how many hours have you put into it to get 900 of the Korok seeds?
Realistically, probably about 150.
Oh, wow.
Most of the seeds, like I said, I used a guide, so it was like
So far, the only thing I've used guides for were, to fill out the shrine quests that I've unlocked that I didn't solve on my own yet, and then 7 out of the 13 memories. I found 6 on my own before I said screw it. I'm using a guide.
I put in over 300 hours into it, but that I didn't use a guide till towards the end just to find the last how many of them, 200 or so.
I think the one that I'm kind of proud of myself for finding. I was just one of the first times I got a horse. I was kind of sprinting past this path, and I saw this like broken down shed. I'm like, something doesn't look right there. So I backed up, got off, saw like this pot just kind of hanging on a rope. I shot it with an arrow and whoop, got it. I'm like, that was weird. Wasn't expecting that to actually have a Korok seed in it, but it did.
If you're looking for more too, check all the bridges too.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I don't
a-
think
A big hot spot.
I found many on bridges, so I must be missing something there.
Yeah.
And I think it's at Lake Hylia or something. There's like 8 of them on that bridge. There's
Yeah,
a
there's a
lot.
huge amount on that bridge.
Yeah,
Check underneath and around and all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember early on in the game, I did find like the flower that you'd walk on and it'd poof, but I'm like, I didn't catch on what it was doing until I saw someone mentioned it in a YouTube video. I'm like, oh, that's what they are. So in the area near where Terrytown will it be, I think that was the first one I actually completed. And I started me off like on the bridge leading to it, and then I had to actually climb down to near the bottom, and I almost fell to the point where you fall off. I'm like, that's weird. That's a weird way to go.
I never caught on to those shrines with the fruit that were laying all around until way later in the game. I think I read something on it. I kept thinking they were just giving me free apples or something.
Oh yeah, I think someone had I think a video spoiled that for me, which is I'm kind of glad it did. Otherwise, I would have thought the same thing.
Yeah.
So I did catch on that little trick right away. That in the if you see 3 trees next to each other, with 2 of them with 1 apple, but the other one with like 7.
Yeah.
You
You have to pick off or shoot off the other 6 and leaving it they match.
Yeah, you can see those on the map too if you zoom in.
Right.
Yeah, looks like Zach. Zach said he's on his way. He completely forgot that we had a hangout tonight.
Are you still playing the Jackbox party pack?
I did play more earlier this week, and actually, at one point, I sent tweets out on my personal Twitter and Nintendo Dad's Twitter with the codes so people can do the audience mode. And in most cases, it was still pretty entertaining because, especially on the ones where they get to vote, where there's voting involved, the audience gets to vote too.
Oh,
and
cool.
The audience votes do affect the score.
Okay.
There was one instance where 4 of us were playing, so in Quiplash. So 2 of us answered the question, so there's 2 people left to vote. Both of those people picked not mine, but the other answer. But there was 2 audience members who picked me. So we ended up splitting the points 50-50 instead of going 0-1,000.
Okay.
So the audience helped me out there. So in Faking It, there is audience participation, but I have no idea what they're doing and what benefit to the game it gives, because they can't see what we're doing.
Okay.
They can't see our numbers. They can't see who we're pointing at. So I'm not sure what they're doing. And one person, I commented that on Twitter, and one person replied, I don't know what I was doing either. But so it's fun. It'd be interesting to see, like, what those type of things works on when you have like thousands of the audience members at once all voting at the same time. Because the game supports up to 10,000 audience members, which is insane.
Oh wow!
So I'm sure a lot of the big Twitch streams will actually get that, but we'll never see that. I think, I think at one point we had 4 audience members participating, and in the trivia murder one, that was, I think, the most entertaining for the audience, because the audience answers the questions alongside us as well, and they get their own points. And so at the end of the game, it gives a summary of everyone's score, who survived, who all died, and why. And we're able to we can share them on Twitter and Facebook and whatnot, and we can actually share what the audience ended up doing. So I did that 2 or 3 times as well. So, and including how much money they've earned. And I think both games, I think all the games we did that, the audience ended up making more money than we did.
Wow.
So we actually did get to the point in the end game where the ghost caught up to the live person and they swap positions. And near the end, I think one game we swapped like 4 or 5 times before I ended up finally winning. But yeah, it's a fun game. So the most I've played it with 4 players. I'd like to try to. I think when people are in from out of town for my daughter's graduation, I think we might be able to get an 8-player game in. That'll be weird. No, none of us really like the T-shirt one, but all of the other ones are pretty good. And in faking it, none of us like the one where you make faces. We try to avoid that one. But other than that, all the other categories are entertaining. Have you all tried that game yet, or just Marty and me?
I haven't yet. No.
Not yet.
Yeah, my daughter liked it so much she wanted her own copy. So both of us. So there's two copies of that game floating around. 2 copies of Puyo Puyo. There'll be 2 copies of Mario Kart, and each one is like 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3. So, like, I don't own every game. No one owns every game. It's always everyone has their own mix of games, but it's fun having multiple switches around.
Yeah.
And she was able. She did a sleepover at a friend's house last week, and hi Zach. You're muted.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so yeah, she was able to play the party game with her friends, and they all liked it. You are very squeaky, Zach.
Ambiance.
Hello.
Wow.
What's up, man? How's it going? I'll kill the music. What's up, dude?
Not much. A lot of Zelda talk going on in the last 45 minutes.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Game before.
Apparently, did you also get 900 Korok seeds?
900? Well, no.
Because Richard and Adam both have.
Oh my gosh, dude! Ain't nobody got time for that in this house. No, I have not. That's awesome, though. How did you do? Okay, how did you do it? Like, even if you had a map, I feel like you would still have to literally cross off every single one as you got it on the map, right? Like,
yes, I used an online guide, and I just kind of tried to do it region by region. Honestly,
yeah.
And that map would have to be 10 feet by 10 feet to be detailed.
yeah, right.
It's fine enough.
Yeah, I have a Surface Pro that I use to record this podcast too, and I would have to I imported whatever the shrine map was, and I used the pen and scribbled them out as I would go to them. But yeah, region by region, right? That's the only way you can do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's crazy, dude. That's awesome. Kudos to you and your dedication.
Did you get the 3 medals at least?
3 medals?
Yeah. For beating all the enemies?
Apparently, it's a side quest from the guy in the balloon that sells the monster gear.
Yeah.
I missed out on that quest altogether.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
I got the Dark Link armor. I don't know if I got medals from him though.
Yeah, he'll ask you to kill the 4 Molduga and then 40 of those stone what are they? Stone Talus.
Talos, yeah.
And then 40 of the Hinox.
No, I don't think I've done that.
And when you talk to him, he'll tell you how many you've done so far.
And this is the vendor?
Yep.
What? Maybe I've never talked to him about monsters before. I just bought his junk, and then every once in a while I'll go buy one of those ridiculous hammers and then just go and beat up bokoblins with it.
See, I bought a hammer just to take a picture of it. That's the only reason, and then I threw it away.
I have every once in a while I'll go and buy a hammer just because it's really fun to go and fight bokoblins with that thing. And just throw them, just launch them, and then that's awesome. Okay, I'm launching it right now. I'm gonna check to see. I actually am in a place where I need to find a really good way to get a bunch of star fragments.
It'll show up on there.
I don't. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I don't have those.
Okay.
Cool. Well, I am gonna find out. I'm at Zora domain.
So you can't just kill the same one 40 times. You actually have to find the 40 different ones floating around.
Yep.
Wow.
Whoa, really? That's crazy.
At least when you face them, it'll tell you if you defeated them already or not, so you can just leave if you already. You don't have to do it again.
Interesting. Cool. No, yeah, I frankly have not played much of this game in the last while because I've been like wrapping up school and yeah, but I
think I put more time into that Picross game I talked about last week than anything else. So I was trying to finish it up, but I still have about 16 puzzles to go.
Yeah. Jesse, have you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask, did any of you guys get that last saddle? You have to beat that guy's time of like 1 minute and 15 seconds or something.
I have only got 2 saddles. I have the Zelda, the Royal Saddle, I think it's called, and the Monster Saddle.
I know I beat some. So, I mean, is that a time to go get a horse and come back, or is it something else?
Yeah, you have to ride this course with your horse, and you have to jump over the hurdle things.
Oh, I don't think I've done that one.
I tried it. I've only tried it twice, but I missed it by like 10 seconds both times. And I was like, I don't even need it, because I only ever had like 2 or 3 horses in the game, because I ran most of the time on foot. So
yeah, I think the horse I put the most time in was the white one. That was like the descendant of Zelda's horse from 100 years ago, with the royal saddle. And
I used Epona most of the time.
Okay, so he's saying that there's 40 of them. Is there anything specific that I need to know about, or just like once you've destroyed them all?
Yeah, you just gotta defeat all 40, and then
Duga's all in the same area and all in that desert, right?
yeah, and they're all pretty close to each other too. They're not too far apart. That was the first one I did because I was missing only one of them.
yeah, I think I've got 3 out of the 4 just when I was running around.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
first time.
Enochs, I was only missing like 4 or 5 of them, so I did that one fairly quickly too.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's
Yeah, that one on the island where they strip all your gear. That one scared the bejeebers out of me.
Yeah.
yeah,
I ended up, and I would wear it down, and then I'd like fall off where I'm at, or had to run away, and then he ended up resetting and refilling his health again. I'm like, crap. I think I had to start over like 4 times.
You know what
I've used Meep. I think Mifa's Grace I used 3 times on the island.
Oh, that's
Oh
funny.
wow.
I saw this video online where I kind of cheated that one actually. Because I basically as you approach the island, I like dumped a few swords onto the raft.
Yeah, that's cheating. I heard about that after the fact. I'm like, no,
I didn't know you could do that.
That's
Didn't
not,
know why either.
that
That
you
would have
have,
made that
like-
so much easier.
Yeah, the problem is you have like a bunch of. I had like a lot of really good gear, and I dumped it on there, and I put too much on, and of course it was all metal gear, so it all fell off the raft and just like into the water, and it sank to the bottom. I was like, no, that was like an 85 attack, like whatever. I had like 4 or 5 pieces of gear that just fell into the water and were gone forever.
well, you couldn't have magneted it back up.
No, because it's like the ocean, right? It's like deep in the water, like it was gone.
Oh, it was way back. Okay.
It was like way out, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I ended up doing it like legitimately the way the game intended it, with only using the island gear. Most of the damage literally was just throwing bombs at it. I get to the top. I'm on top of that little hill when he's walking up the hill on the path, and I kind of got into a rhythm where if I keep on throwing it as soon as I can, he's stumbles a little bit each time, so he doesn't take any steps if I keep the pace up. So I just like drilled it for like 15 minutes of bomb.
That's how I took it out too, was with bombs. But I got on that tower where those bokoblin were, and I got rid of them, and then it couldn't get to me, so I just kept bombing it.
At that point, I did that once, and then while I was doing the bokoblins, it reset and got to full health again.
Oh wow!
Nice. Oh man, this game is crazy.
That happened to me once. When I beat my second white Lionel, the blood moon came and he came right back, so I had to do it again.
I've heard of that.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was in the castle this weekend, I got to the first Lionel, killed it. Got to the second Lionel, but all the weapons I had were crap, and I couldn't kill it. I actually had to restore back to the first Lionel and kill it without losing as many weapons. So I had enough weapons to go and kill the second one again.
So do you have to beat all 4? You don't have to beat all 40 and have them all dead at once, do you?
No.
Like, it's just you have to have killed them at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what else is really good? Well, I'm going to talk a bunch about it tonight, but Tumble Seed.
I thought we couldn't talk about that yet.
We can. I think the email said we can, just no reviews. But anything else, like we can stream it if we want.
Okay.
It's just no, no reviews. But anything else is fair game. So, that comes out. That doesn't come out till next week, though. I was actually surprised at how early they got review copies out. Because
I'm surprised they gave us 4 copies.
I am too.
Wow.
So each of us got our own copy,
Which is awesome, because Nintendo will give us 1 copy, maybe.
and if they send it, it's still a crapshoot on whether we receive it or not.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just the wonderful Canadian Postal Service.
I think it might be. I don't know what it is. I don't know. There was also a Justin, so that's another variable that we're gonna see. Who knows?
Are you guys going to talk about that indie developer? Did you guys see that article? It was on I don't remember which site it was. Nintendo Life or something maybe, or there was an anonymous couple indie developers talking about how hard it is to work with Nintendo.
I saw some. I haven't read it, but I did see something about that.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Just how it sounds like, and I haven't read the whole thing, but it sounds like Nintendo's kind of struggling to connect with developers in a way, like they seem to be doing okay, but also not great.
Yeah, it sounds like it depends who you talk to at the company. It's not all of them, but
yeah.
I saw another article where the guy behind Axiom Verge, he wanted to get it onto the Switch, but Nintendo said no because they don't want direct ports, which is why every other seemingly direct port out there isn't a fully direct port. It's got other stuff crammed into it to make it not a direct port.
I mean, maybe eventually they'll soften on that, hopefully, because I think that it's perfectly legitimate to have direct ports. You know, but I can see why you would want to have, at least early on, a lineup that is more, that stands out. You know.
yeah, so they wanted either exclusive games or else exclusive modes in them.
Mm-hmm. Which I can kind of understand, but at the same time, that's a hassle for like when you're a platform that is brand new, like you kind of need to be willing to just take whatever people do. Like you don't have a huge install base yet, I guess, is what Nintendo is kind of failing to realize, I guess.
Well, it's already almost a quarter of the way of Wii U's install base.
Yeah, that's true. But they're still, I mean, compared to... The thing is getting into that ecosystem early, too. Probably pretty good.
I think we should probably start wrapping things up so we can prepare for a regular show.
Yeah.
I now have it's 10 o'clock.
It is. Oh crap! Sorry, I'm playing Tumbleseed now. This game is so. It's very.
That's not the game that you can spend half of your attention span on.
No, it's not. I'm getting a lot better at balancing the two things, though. You know what? I will say one thing. Initially, when I first started playing, I was like, why is this not freaking motion controlled? And then I realized why. Because it's so delicate. You know what I mean?
Right. And I don't think left Joy-Con has the same motion control as the right one does.
No, I mean, like, what I wanted to do was play it in handheld mode.
Oh, kind of like do this?
Yeah. But there's no way.
That would be insane.
It would be a nightmare. Because it's way too delicate of motion. It's way too delicate to do it.
And I don't think it's quite accurate enough. Because I found even in Zelda, if I'm, if I got a bow, an arrow prepped ready to fire, I'm using motion controls to line it up.
Dang it! I just fell down.
If I try to hold it, like don't move at all, it'll still. I don't know. It might be the game taking gravity into consideration or something just to piss me off, but it drifts down. So I've got to keep tilting it up and up and up. So eventually I'm playing like this.
Yeah.
Level.
There's
I'm like, God damn it!
Right? It's like even like you can't recenter it, and it's always a little bit off.
Right. So I hit push B to cancel, put the bow away, then put it back out again to recenter it. It's like multi-step process.
All right. Well, hey guys, been good times.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yep. Thank you.
Sorry I didn't get here till later. I'm trying to make it to these things, but also bedtime is like the tail end of bedtime is right as we start these usually. So that's how it happens,
problem.
I guess. Well, hey man, thanks for being on. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, it was fun having a long Zelda chat.
Yeah, almost spoiler cast episode 3.
Right?
To like put a little spoiler. I guess you know what is it? Are we past the spoiler moratorium for Zelda?
I think
you
so.
have to give
I'd say so.
Yeah, we posted we posted the spoiler cast on Sunday, so it's out there.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, like, if we talk about Zelda in the future, do we need to disclaimer it, or?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you're past that.
Yeah, it's been out for 2 months almost.
Yeah, it's been 7-8 weeks. So if people haven't played it, beat it by then. It means just haven't been playing it enough.
Yep. Their own dang fault.
Yeah. Again, 50% of us on this call have 900 Korok seeds.
And it's not me and you, Jesse.
I know.
Right on. Well, hey, thanks, guys. I'm gonna peace out, and I'm gonna get onto the. I gotta go and I gotta contact Sean, our guest for tonight. So.
Cool.
Awesome.
Right on.
Sounds good.
Thank
All
you.
right.
All right. Thanks for joining.
Yep.
Later.
And for the viewers, thanks for watching.